because at the end of the day, I still want to be able to I don't dislike George Washington. I don't dislike even some of the most racist people in history. But I want to know their history, but I also want to know not only that, you know, hey, they were whatever, but I also want to know about the Shirley Chisholms. I also want to know about the Frederick Douglasses. And not even Nat Turner. I want to know more about Nat Turner than him just being some revolutionary. I want to know the Nat Turner that was out in the fields. I want to know the Nat Turner that grew up as a kid. I don't want to know just the narrative. You know, tuned in, start begin serve. Tuned in, start begin serve. Tuned in, start begin serve. Tuned in, start begin serve.
Q9, my food time, fold it up and smoke it. Transgression, a progression of a war we ain't asked for. Transgression, a progression of a war we ain't asked for.
It's madness, yo. All the things that we could talk about.
Call it.
But let's talk about these urban circumstances real quick.
And basically, it's
we got this.
So,
revolutionary.
Frosty hand. Muhammad is the fame's name, forever stand.
Standing on royal fusing of justice for the few, ridiculed by the pale terrorists bent on genocidal obsession, rooted in fear of neglection and abandonment, fueled by nightmares of ancestors' jealousy.
Because at the end of the day, I still want to be able to I don't dislike George Washington.
The kind of friends I think all friends should be like my friends. My friends are the kind of friends I think everyone needs. My friends see the things at times I don't see. My friends hate the police.
What has changed?
Are deemed the criminals, and the blacks are deemed the criminals.
Shut up and help.
Reflection ain't nothing but the inner child trying to see you. You gonna look? You gonna pick up that book?
Lord, keep me far from the faith. Guide me through night and day. Teach me your ways. Show me the righteous way to sway. Lord, can you teach me, please? Show me the way, I'd say. Grand Risings, and welcome back to another episode of The Conservatives with Chaz Neal. This morning, y'all already know how we start off, man. I'm going to play off some independent music, you know, maybe artists you never heard of. I believe everybody deserves a chance and a listen. So let's kick this off right this morning. I want to get people in a revolutionary mood. So I thought I'd give you all that Philly work this morning. So let's do that. Let's give you that Philly work. That Philly work. So this is an artist out of Philadelphia. I hope you guys enjoy. And again, please follow, like, hit that share button. All right, let's get into it. Let's do this.
Am a revolutionary. Rasheen Carter, Tyree Nichols, Jaheim McMillan, Charlie McTowns, Carr Smith, Manuel Tortuguita Taran, Kaneen Anderson, Oscar Sanchez, say their names. India Crager, Breonna Taylor, Ayanna Stanley Jones, say their names. Long live Richard Fisher, long live Walter Wallace Jr., free Mumia, free Kamal, free Leonard, free Imam Jamil, free them all. What the fuck them motherfuckers do in your city? They be putting in work, then they lit like in Philly. They be on that 412, then they lit like in Philly. Are they ready to tear it down? Then they lit like in Philly. Tell me what the motherfuckers do in your city. Do they fill the bellies up? Then they lit like in Philly. Are they riders for the squatters? Then they lit like in Philly. They go savage on that swine? Then they lit like in Philly. Light it up! Hey, light it up! Hey, light it up! Light it up! See the walls of Jericho? Make them rattle all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fuck 12. It's time to aim at these niggas if they won't stop killing us and keep pulling triggers. Give us all our political prisoners. ACAB, time to say fuck 12. That's why we say fuck 12. Fuck 12. We can't bow down to these fools, filling up their cages out of our schools, keeping niggas hungry who just out of reach. They say we illegal, niggas gonna eat. We're gonna eat. We don't care you mad, we taking these streets. Nigga, you ain't free till everybody free. Time to pick a side, cause shit is getting real. Rage up this with me, see how good that shit feels. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. What the fuck them motherfuckers do in your city? They be putting in work, then they lit like in Philly. They be on that 412, then they lit like in Philly. Are they running down the walls, then they lit like in Philly? Tell me what them motherfuckers do in your city. Do they fill the bellies up? Then they lit like in Philly. Are they riders for the squatters? Then they lit like in Philly. They be shitting on the pigs, then they lit like in Philly. Light it up! Hey, light it up! Hey, light it up! Light it up! See them walls of Jericho, make them rumble all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Fuck 12. If our enemies are there, we ain't doing it right. The motherfuckers should be shook on sight. Get your ass out on these streets and fight. Fist up, get up, stand up, say fuck 12. Fist up and say fuck 12. Fuck 12. We can't bow down to these fools, filling up their cages out of our schools. Shooting from a bullet attack, grandmas on they porch. Fuck negotiating, time to light a torch. New York is lit. DC, Baltimore, LA is lit. Atlanta, Minneapolis is lit. Chicago is lit. Louisville, Greenville, Sanford, Cleveland is lit. Detroit is lit. Free 'em all. Say the names.
Hey, motherfucking names, man. Good morning, good morning. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? This morning, man, I had a great show. Scandal and fraud. We're gonna talk about Royce White's campaign and also feeding our future case. And also, I wanted to play a video from Reverend Tim Christopher, man, because he did a live yesterday that was very informative and said some things on there that I already knew per se, and I can prove on paper but never really had somebody actually confirm it. So it was kind of a blessing to have an individual, somebody come out publicly and state what was going on behind closed doors. But before we get into any of that, I wanted to talk about Friday's headlines. So if people don't know, today is game 2 of the Western Conference Finals here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So if you're around, they are having a block party that starts at 4. If you're able to make it, if you're able to go, it's free tickets. Be a part of, something that we haven't had in a very long time here in Minnesota, and something that we should be proud of, but also not to be, because I'm going to tell you right now that there will be people down there tonight passing out flyers for Operation Hug the Block. So if you're down there, come see people that are down there. Meet some of the people that are behind Operation Hug the Block, because they'll be down. We'll be down there. We don't hide, we don't dodge, we don't do none of that shit, right? So we will be down there celebrating our Timberwolves and to show people they not like us. They not like us, and I'm going to talk about that today too as well, because if people don't know, yesterday was a Trump rally in Bronx, New York, and he brought out 2, I don't know, fake ass rappers to me. Here's my thing if it is, right? It's politics, right? It's politics. Why do we care about people's opinions when it comes to politics, and not about policy, or not even about things that are going to help our communities, right? But yet bring up rappers that are under RICO for murder, drugs. That's the type of shit we follow behind. That makes no sense to me. So we really gonna get into some shit today, man, because I think it's things that need to be discussed, things that need to be talked about, right? So let's get into, I'm old, 47, so I got to take my glasses off to read my phone. I'm sure a lot of y'all do. But Friday's headlines, DFL sneaks through massive bill and late night chaos. We all seen that happen over the weekend, the chaos that happened in the state capitol in St. Paul. But this headline highlights the controversial end to the legislative session, where the DFL party pushed through a sprawling, over 1,500-page omnibus bill that people don't actually get a time to read. And there was a lot of things in there that they just put in there because they knew that people couldn't read it. So Xcel Energy's shocking proposal to lower electricity prices for poor neighborhoods only. The headline discusses Xcel Energy's controversial proposal to offer lower electricity prices exclusively to poor neighborhoods. It has sparked some debate in Republican areas about equity and fairness in energy pricing. Also, Michael Brown, it was the anniversary of Michael Brown. And a lot of people are when it comes to, let's say, these stories, right? People are out here, when it comes to George Floyd, when it comes to Michael Brown, there's so many narratives out there. And, people have been reevaluating the narrative surrounding Michael Brown's death and its implications for the anti-police movement. It suggests a critical examination of how Brown is portrayed and its potential impact on similar incidents in the future. Energy agenda retreats. Everybody knows. Well, I guess if you don't live in Minnesota, you don't understand what they're doing with our energy, with our green, going climate, getting rid of certain things. And if you didn't see what happened in Iowa during the storm, them windmills, when they come down, that shit can be ridiculous. It can be really, really ridiculous of how, they come down, and then is that really safe? I mean, them things cause big old fires. And I'm not sure. I think really more solar energy is the way to go, rather than these windmills. They put them up in these rural areas, and doesn't really help. I think that's something that we're not really informed on, but put a lot of money into. It's just like the same thing with feeding our futures. Basically, it seems to be like everything that we go through, there's always some type of fraudulent scam loophole for them to be able to get money. And I think that's crazy. Also, in St. Paul, they're having a stolen copper crisis. The state legislature just also wrote new legislation towards copper, just like how they did with the Cadillac converters, right? We had to write all these different legislations, and also feeding our futures. A lot of us come out during this trial that really, I think people should really be awake. People should be looking at, right, and reading, because there was a lot that came out and revealing new details, such as the use of fake names and mismanagement, further intensifying public scrutiny. And really, we should be scrutinizing Governor Walz. We should be scrutinizing Julia Blah, Keith Ellison, Bobby Champion, all people that can be connected to these. Jacob Fry, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Jamal Osman, Omar Fatih. And that's what we're going to get into. So I want to, like I said, I want to play a little video here, just a short one, not very long. I mean, he did an hour video, but I'm not going to play the whole hour. I'm just going to really basically play about what I'm going to play. So we're going to off and on talk about this. So I want people to listen, and I'm going to mute for a minute and let Rev.
Do they have a war chest that big? How do they have a war chest that big? Well, you got a few nonprofits to think for that. You got a few nonprofits thinking for that. So, here in Minnesota, you guys, you have to start paying attention. That's the problem. That's why these people are able to get away with the things that they're able to get away with, because people are not paying attention at all. At all. That's why they're able to move millions and millions around. That's why certain politicians' family members are able to secure $1 million nonprofit grants. I told you guys a while back that I was called because of my status with my 501c3. This is what they wanted to do, and I'm gonna break it down to you exactly what they wanted to do, and I walked away from this because I realized that the people that was involved, and this is black churches. This is churches. Church. This is church. So what they wanted to do is any black nonprofit that had a 501c3. So what they wanted to do is they wanted anybody with that to be the head, to be part of a situation where they was talking about getting money, grant money, right? And this was ran out of a church. No, I'm not kidding. I can speak on this now. So what they would do is they would write these grants, and we would get all this money. And then if you had a 501c, you would get a big check, right? So there was 14 of us. So they would cut you a check. And then you then would cut checks to these LLCs. That's how the money was supposed to be distributed throughout all of these little nonprofits. So these big nonprofits break down the little nonprofits. The little nonprofit gets some money, and then they go and do. And I'm sitting here going, this is a damn Ponzi scheme. This is a Ponzi scheme.
You know, the crazy thing, all right, let me play this for a little bit more because there's a name that comes out.
So what do I do? Well, I know I can't go to the Democrats. I can't go to the Democrats and say nothing. Because they are part of this crap. So I go to the Republicans. Republicans are like, oh, we know. There's nothing we can do, which means there's nothing you can do. Oh, we know that it's going on. We know that it's happening, but there's nothing we can do. What do you mean? But that's your job. Oh, yeah.
Right. Listen closely to what he's about to say.
Oh, yeah. Bob Fletcher was in the
Closely.
meeting.
What'd you say? Who?
Chaz?
Who, Rev? Who was in the meeting? Hold on, let me take
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bob Fletcher was in the meeting.
So I want y'all to hear this, right? You already heard it, but I want y'all to see this because Bob Fletcher is a fucking sheriff in Ramsey County. In Ramsey County, this is a fucking sheriff, a sheriff that is a part of the Feeding Our Future scamming for the simple fact that he's a fucking Democrat. That blows my mind. It blows my mind of the level of corruption that is in the state of Minnesota, and we can't even go to people to literally do the right thing because they're all corrupt. You can't go to the Democrats. You can't go to law enforcement. So who do you go to? You can't go to the feds because at the end of the day, the U.S. Attorney General Lugar is involved in this shit too, and we can prove it. That's the crazy thing. This is why these people like Jerry McAfee, Ian Bethel, who was that UCMT, all this shit's a scam. And at the end of the day, people just allow it. We don't say shit. We don't. We would rather go with the flow than to go against the grain because at the end of the day, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. And who's feeding the community? Think about it. Think about it. That's why at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't. And I've been coming out, but I'll tell you right now, is that it's really about and I know me and Marcus have used this phrase for a long time, that the handcuffs and the gloves they came off. We're trying to work peacefully here, right? Aware people to wake up, listen, and just to do the right thing and to be accountable. But we see that honestly, people don't know either one of those words. They don't know the definitions. So we have to do this a different way. And at the end of the day, what did Beanie Siegel say? You're going to get down or you're going to lay down. These niggas got two choices. You're either going to get down or you're going to lay down.
Chaz? Yeah. y'all, you got to pay attention to this stuff. You got to watch how I've told y'all over and over and over how white women, I've said this over and over, how white women came into the black community and walked away with millions of dollars. They showed these so-called nonprofits who call themselves fighting gun violence how to write grants. So the nonprofit call themselves fighting gun violence in the community, write grants, they get money, and then they give a kickback. And then that kickback money goes to the Capitol, to some of these here Democrats, through Moms Demand and Protect Minnesota, to make gun bills, to help Democratic candidates get elected. It's right in. It's no different than what the Democrats did to the Republicans this year. So Democrats made us. I don't give a damn what Republicans do. I don't give a damn what Republicans say. But it's going down. It's happening. And we're not paying attention. We're not. It's the same. It's just like I'm listening to this video of this lady at an Osseo, the very school district. Hold on, because I'm gonna get you on this one. The very school district that they told me to go to for CRT, and I went there. The very school district that I came back and said they're not teaching CRT, but this is what they are doing. They are cramming LGBT things down your kid's throat. So somebody need to go say something. Right? I said that years ago. Did I not? And I'm watching this video of this lady. You know what? You know why they're able to get away with it? Because we're not paying attention. Because we go off on a tangent on something else when the Democrats are doing this. The Democrats are going, oh, well, let's throw this out there, but we're going to do this here.
That, you know what's crazy is that's a deflect, distract tactic, right? Because that's how they were able to get all this shit passed, this so-called gender affirming care, but yet we can't get banned or prohibited no-knock warrants. Make that make sense to me. We literally, they can pass every type of bill that they want, but when it came to the Minnesota Migration Act, that didn't go through. But they gave us the African American Family Preservation Act, which isn't even worded for us. It's worded for everybody because you can self-identify. So again, what are they doing for us beyond no Vaseline, no Astroglide, no lube? We're taking it, and at the end of the day, we don't even care, because at the end of the day, we're too undereducated. We're too busy doing other things, and yet we get left behind, just like our children are getting left behind in the school system, all because we don't care. We're too busy doing other shit until it's too late. And this is what Rev is trying to say. Everybody has something to say when it's too late. Nobody wants to sit there and fight now. Nobody. That's what's crazy to me. Motherfuckers would rather sit in rooms with crooks instead of calling them out. Because why do you want to go to somebody's table where it's already rotten? Where it's already no good. So for me, anything that falls from that foundation is already rotten, because the apple don't fall from the tree. So you get what I'm saying? And that's literally, man, I see why he only works with certain people, even though there's a lot of people that he works with that I disagree that he really shouldn't work with. And I really hope that because he has, I would say, veer in different directions, right? And I'm okay with that. But it comes to a point now where there's no more sitting on the fence. There's no more. You got all of these stories coming out from Feeding Our Futures, from the violence interruption programs that weren't even violence interruption. They were more about crowd control. And all this shit's coming out, and yet people ain't saying shit. We're complacent. We're complicit. We're like, oh well, I don't know what to do. That's why I'm putting pressure on these Republican legislators, regardless if you're a House representative or you're a state senator, because you can't sit there and tell me that there's laws about that when we commit crimes out in these streets, but that there's nothing in the state capitol that prevents people from doing the things that they're doing. Conflict of interest, malfeasance. Come on, man. That's because people at the end, that's the one thing that I don't get out of like Bill Glenn and the Minnesota Gun Caucus and even the Republicans, right? We have all these alternative, these other avenues of change, like recalls, petitions, but yet they don't use that route, but the Democrats do. So I always wonder, like, damn, why don't the Republicans do the same things that the Democrats do? It's because they don't have no balls. They don't. They're ballless. Because at the end of the day, every Republican has came out and made sound bites this week, right? Sound bites. Why do we gotta wait for November? Because then it's too late. So to me, I feel like they don't want to expose none of this because they play a part in it too. That's where I feel at it is they don't want to get involved in to break it up because of the simple fact at the end of the day, they might not win elections, but they're able to get money in their pockets. So that's the one way that I started to think, because like you're going to hear in this video, I literally went to the state capitol and broke this down. Broke it down. Me and Robert broke it down in a video for them. Broke it down how they were using ghost LLCs, shell LLCs, and pumping the money through them. And it wasn't even, and yet they say they can't do nothing. Come on. Yes, you can. You can, because y'all can do something when Nicole Mitchell drove to her mama house or her daddy house and broke in. Y'all can do something when a black man who runs for politics comes out and is not, doesn't live his past, isn't perfect. You guys pick and choose what you want to fight for. And that's what's crazy to me, because at the end of the day, I really even feel like are some of these Republicans educated enough in our civics to be able to fight for us? Are they educated enough in democracy? Because I know I get, people, they talk shit about, I'm not going to say, they give me shit because I always talk about the Constitution. But that's what America was built on, regardless if I agree with it or not. Everything that these people are doing, they have to go back to the Constitution to be able to do it. And if we don't understand the Constitution, how are we supposed to move forward? If we don't understand city charters, we're following behind, and everybody's okay with that, because at the end of the day, they've made legislation called No Child Left Behind. And yet we got dummies graduating that can barely read and write, that are graduating high school, that can't read cursive, that can't write cursive, that can't do algebra, that can't even do division, but yet they graduated high school. How is that? How is that? I really want to know, how is that? How can somebody graduate high school and they can't read at all? I want to know. I mean, damn, because at the end of the day, how are people supposed to be proud of that high school diploma if anybody can get it? That's what I don't understand. That's why this whole black excellence, this shit's a fucking facade, man. It's just fake to me. Because there's no white excellence. You don't see motherfuckers comparing. So why we gotta say it?
Sleight of hand. And we're gonna say something about CRT And we're going to get them all up because, you know, anything got to do with black people, y'all lose y'all damn mind. DEI, all that stuff. And then here this lady sitting there talking about how LGBT stuff should be taught in school and how this is. I told you that years ago. Years ago, I was already on that, telling you about that. But nobody wanted to listen because we were too deep into the CRT crap, which was not being taught in school. I told you that right here. Blink. But you believe the idiots. You believe the fools. Same thing here. Not like we did. I've got Chaz put on a presentation on this very thing, all this money that's been going into the black community, millions of dollars, and nobody can account for it. And nothing has changed in the black community. Millions of dollars.
I ain't even trying to toot my own horn here, right?
But
because
it's easy to find.
There's a lot of people that do this work, right? And we don't get paid. That's the one crazy thing of it is, right? Because this is why people get mad at me. When they can't explain their 990 forms, why are you going to get mad at me when you say something was donated to you, that a house was donated, but yet you pay rent? That doesn't make any sense to me. But yet people don't question that shit. Or like with their transportation, how you were driving in a new whip. See, and that's what I'm going to get into with Royce White too, man, because I remember all of this shit, Royce and Jonathan Mason. Because I remember you worked on his campaign and you were following behind him with the big three. And here's the thing of it is, right, Royce, I understand it. I'm not, I don't know what everything I know. When I looked at your finance reports, I did see some shit wrong. And I don't have an accounting degree. I don't have none of that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I know this, and that. But if 2 + 2 don't equal 4, what are we supposed to believe? And then when there's receipts for strip clubs and you know, all of this other shit, like, what are we supposed to believe? That's what I don't understand. What are we supposed to believe? Because they come out and show us in real time. You know, even at some of these vigils, these candlelight, these candle for violence, people that have died from violence. And you got pastors that come in there wearing never broke again shirts. Like, come on, man. That's why I say they're what people don't understand is, you know, they talk about, oh, we going to I hope you go to hell. Nigga, we already in hell. That's what y'all don't. That's what people fail to realize. We are already in hell. We're already there. We're already there. You can't tell. When we hear about, this is what I want people to go do, right? This is your homework for the weekend, is to go look in the Bible and look up how they describe hell. And then put it into today's terms. And then you tell me if we are already not living in hell. And I'm not even a man of religion, really. I'm a man of God, but I'm not a man of religion.
Because right now, the black church, the faith initiative, I could not get
faith-based
none of the black churches.
Is what he's talking about. Faith-based initiatives.
None of them to come up to the Capitol to voice their opinion on what the Democrats have been trying to do when it comes to the faith-based initiative here in Minnesota. Why? Because the Democrats have bought half of the damn black churches.
And you don't
black churches now depend on the
you.
Democrats getting money through grants. And they don't want to piss off the Democrats because they probably won't get their money. So they decided that they're going to believe in money over what's truly is not something that they believe in. They don't believe in half. Same thing with the Somalis. Come on. Most of Somali vote for who? Democrats. And Democrats believe in floating this thing that trans women, but the Somali community don't believe that. They don't believe. Do your homework. This is what I keep saying. Do your homework on Muslims when it comes to LGBT. But if you put enough money into a community, if you put enough money
talk, bullshit walks
into their religious beliefs,
fail to realize.
Oh, money changes things.
Right. Talk about it, Rev. Money changes a lot for
Follow the money.
Oh.
And you'll see a whole total different situation.
Money.
That feed our future situation. When it said that, I read on there the other day, they were sending money to China. Hold on, let me back up and say that just in case somebody missed. The Somali community that stole this money sent money to China.
Damn shame. Damn shame.
Now I'm letting that sink in for a second.
But they want to ban TikTok.
Our U.S. dollars.
Going to China.
Your tax money, your hard-earned money went to a fake profit, nonprofit, that sent money over to China. After they bought their houses and after they bought their cars and their land and their land in their country. BBL enough to send over to China.
BBL
Y'all needs to get in to the program to start understanding what's going on here, how this stuff is being done,
right,
and how you as a taxpayer is being cheated.
BBL
Like I said, all that money that goes into, so if I decided to take government money through my nonprofit, which we don't, ain't never took a dime from the government. Never.
He got
and
value.
We'll never
got integrity.
take a dime from the government because I know what you have to do when you take government money.
Thank you.
And I'm not bending over
for nobody.
And saying, give me more, master.
Right. That's what they do.
I refuse to do that.
Talk about
it's just not worth it.
Right.
If I got a family in need, I'm going to come on here and I beg you guys for dollars.
Right.
I'm not too proud to beg.
I ain't too proud to beg now.
But I could easily write a grant or get somebody to write a grant for me.
Shit. I'd rather beg than have to do either one of them.
Easily get $50,000.
Talk about it.
I could easily say, I'm going to take $2,000 of that $50,000, make 3-4 t-shirts, get a few signs, set up a barbecue grill on Broadway, and give out a couple of hot dogs with some signs around it, and give out a couple of t-shirts, and then pocket the rest of the money. And that's what I live off for the rest of the year. So I don't have to get a real job. I've been fortunate enough to work at the same place for 22 years. My wife works at her job for a long time. We make a damn living. So I don't need the government in any way, anyhow.
These motherfuckers, literally, that's what it is. And people don't want to call it out. That's the one crazy part. These people, They literally throw it in our faces of these extravagant lifestyles and think that they're self-made or they're hardworking people. The fuck out of here. That's why I laugh at like Leslie Redmond, Nikema, and all of them, because they're y'all got to the top because you didn't get there through hard work. You didn't get there because of through adversity. It's because you were selected. Selected. And some of y'all can't even get y'all elected. So I just want to, because it's crazy, man, that we don't, as Black Americans, understand it, because it's not even just the Democrats doing it. It's Trump doing it right now in broad daylight in front of our faces. And people still don't want to see it. I'm about to show y'all. And I know people are going to be like, oh, don't be doing that, man. Nuh-uh, you trying to separate us. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to keep it 100. Because everybody want to talk about, oh, these niggas ain't like us. They not like us. But then let's keep it like that. They not like us, right? No, that's what's wrong. Everybody want to be a part of something, man. Y'all is some bagel. Hold on. Damn, I thought I saved it. I didn't. Oh, wait, I shared it. Duh. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll put my comments, leave my comments for this.
President Trump. Oh, man. One thing I want to say. One thing I want to say. They always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Man, make American again. Fuck you, man. Niggas are weird.
President Trump. Oh, man.
So this is okay, first of all, who cares? They're not like us, right? And what I mean by that is that they're not foundational Black Americans. They're not American descendants of fucking slavery. A Trinidadian mother and a Haitian father. That's Chef G, right? That's y'all. But the other dude, Sleepy Hollow, this nigga immigrated from Jamaica. These niggas ain't like us. Why do we care? These are immigrants. Y'all so claim want the immigrants out, but literally Trump will put immigrants in front of y'all and y'all will clap. Y'all will clap. But I thought y'all were FBAs. I thought y'all were for the Black community. Y'all up here putting up people that ain't even with our community. That ain't even in our community. So tell me, y'all don't sit here and tell me y'all stand for reparations when y'all allowing Trump, first of all, to put people that don't even qualify for reparations. Don't even qualify for reparations. Don't even qualify. That's the type of shit that we're doing. Y'all, man, y'all sicken me. It's the same thing with Kodak Black. Y'all hyped up because Trump pardoned Kodak. What about Larry Hoover? What about all the other Black Americans that are behind bars for no fucking reason? But we hyped up over because the nigga did an immigrant. They ain't even one of us. The fuck out of here, man. And stop saying y'all for us, man, when y'all don't even want to fight for us. Y'all get behind. That's what I'm saying. I can't fuck with none of you niggas. First of all, these aren't grassroots movements. That shit that happened in the Bronx yesterday, if Trump wasn't at trial, there wouldn't even have been no fucking event in the Bronx. Fuck out of here. That nigga don't even want to come to Chicago. But y'all, them niggas will put his name up there. Shit's wild as fuck to me, man. They don't want change. They could care less. All they care about is percentage points and donations. That's all they give a fuck about. All of them niggas are the same, dog. Mark Carter, all of them. And I'm glad to see this shit's finally getting exposed for what it really is. I'm glad. It's just crazy as hell how all these motherfuckers talk about they fight for Black Americans. Who? Chef G is not one of us. Neither is Sleepy Hollow. Stop putting these motherfucking immigrants in front of us talking about they Black. No, the fuck they not. They not like us. They don't have the same story. They don't got the same motherfucking history. They not like us. They not ADOS. Tired of that shit. You literally got people fighting that don't even understand. People weren't even around when my uncle Willie Francis was executed not once but twice and he was innocent. Or my great grandma was raped. I don't want to hear that shit. They not like us. They don't even qualify. That's what I'm saying. We got people at these tables that are speaking for us that ain't us. And yet we allow it. We allow it because we want to feel good. We like to feel good. We don't want change. We like that feel good shit. That's what's crazy, man. That's what's crazy. Let me get back in the red, though.
Anyway. But that's what they do. That's how it's done. Because the gun violence in the Black community, even after Mom's Demand, these white women coming from the suburbs, even after Protect Minnesota, these white women coming out and say, even after they came into the Black community and told lies to Black women whose baby has been shot, the same violence that was in there before them is the same violence that's going to be there after they're gone. You notice they haven't been back to the Black community. Why? Because they got what they wanted. And we've fallen to this here. And then you got a group that came in, the Feed Your Future group, who saw what was going on, who realized how they could get off on the government. Just like this Uber thing. Y'all think this Uber thing was about the crap that they're talking about? No, this is about literally take over. We want to take over, make it our own, and find a way to fetch money off of it. Because if it went the other way, the government somewhere down the line would have been paying for this ride app and all this here type of stuff. We all know that. We all realize that. Amy did what? Let's not forget Amy Book. Yeah, I don't know what Amy did something. Amy Klobuchar did something with the Feed the Future thing. Is that what you're saying, Chaz? But that's what's going on, people. And I just need you guys to tune in to what's going on. You got it. You can't listen. We're not at a point anymore where you can just go, it's not about me. Oh, it's
Right.
just the people. It's anything on the inside of the 494, 694, 94 loop. It's not that way anymore, people.
Right.
And just because you drive outside that loop and you think you live in everything is good in your hood.
Right.
It's not.
Definitely ain't.
Somehow something is going to affect that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Your lady Amy's Brooks. Okay. Yeah, she's a lady.
So Amy Bach is a white woman. Let me see, where did I put her? Okay, here she is. So Amy Bach, feeding our future, released from custody. So this is the lady behind it all, is Amy Bach. She is, oh, whoops. So let me go. I'm sharing this. It's on a commercial or whatever they will add. But you're going to see who Amy Bach is. This was the lady. So behind it all, because I can tell you right now that if it wasn't a white lady, Feeding Our Futures would have never got as big as it did. It would have never got damn near $1 billion.
Into a fraud scheme that took millions of dollars meant to feed hungry children. This morning, we learned the terms of release for the woman who was in charge of Feeding Our Future. The court let Amy Bach out of custody earlier this week after she surrendered her passport and agreed not to travel outside of Minnesota. Bach did not have to pay any money for bail. She's one of 48 people charged with creating an elaborate network across the state that took advantage of lax COVID rules meant to help kids during the height of the pandemic, and pocketed $250 million to fund lavish lifestyles for themselves. Federal prosecutors say they may not be done filing charges in the case. Stay with WCCO for continuing coverage.
Yeah, they're definitely, what the hell?
Memorial Day at 70, and then by Wednesday or Thursday, we're getting.
They're definitely nowhere near done charging people. Because I want to show you this. Let me see, where did I go to her? No, let's see. Okay. Because here's the one lady for me that connects a lot of the Black. So even Reverend Al Spence, Star Tribune. So this is Sharon Ross, her attorney Errol Gray. If people don't remember who that is, he's the guy from, I think he was either Lane or Kewen's attorney. Errol Gray was. 60 people. And it's crazy how these people are the House of Refuge. Now, this is the one thing that I definitely want people to. This lady right here, she worked with a lot of groups. A lot of groups got. You look at, if you Google, oh, fuck it, I will. I ain't even gonna, you know what's crazy is I'll do the homework for y'all. So we're gonna Google House of Refuge, the St. Paul, Minnesota. All right. Images. All right, hold up. Nope, that's not what I want. So search. Let's go to fuck book. All right, photos. Righty. So if you look at this, is one of theirs, the House of Refuge. You see it right there, Twin Cities. Yeah. They put it out there. God Squad. What's crazy, God Squad is a police. That's po-po. That's some ho-hos. So at the end of the day, how the fuck can you trust police? How can you even trust our government when you literally have crooks working together? And they can't say that they didn't know. They can't say they didn't know. You can't use that as an excuse anymore. You can't. That you played some part of it. Either you were because you got money, or because of the simple fact of you didn't care.
She's the lady that basically got them up and going. I think a lot more about her is going to be coming out. I think a lot more about her is going to be added to what's going on right now. But what I'm telling you, people, is what I'm saying is you cannot anymore just sit back and let this stuff happen. That's how they got to the point that they are now. Everybody's going, well, it's not me. I have nothing to do with it. It's not about me. It's not about my life. I'm just going to this. And this stuff is going on. This stuff is happening. Tune in. What's her name? Tell you the young lady that I follow. Y'all need to follow this young lady. Her name Deanna Winters. At Deanna Deanna. She's a. Hold on one second. I follow her, man. She's dead on this stuff, and that's the reason I follow her. She's like a little reporter for the Minnesota Farmer. But y'all need to follow her, especially on this situation with because she wrote. I just reposted what she put down there. Oh yeah, also Bill. Yeah, also you need to follow Bill too on this here. But I'll repost something that Bill put out there. But you guys, listen, you got to follow these people. And you got to start reading this stuff and understanding how these Democrats work, right? And the Republican, and here's the thing, people. Excuse me. The Republicans know this stuff, right? They're just too weak, and this is, and everybody be getting on me going, why you always call the Republicans weak, Rev? Why you always call them? Because they are. Because they know this stuff. We just can't, right? Chaz, he's right there on the thing. We just can't get him to come out and start saying something. Dude, Chaz did a whole preview of this for them. A whole seminar. He had the computer, did everything for him. And what did the Democrats say, Chaz? Oh, there's nothing Republicans say, there's nothing we can do. But they can get on here and talk about all this stupid type of stuff so they can get likes. This is what I keep telling y'all. The Republican base has to let these people do their damn job. The problem is
You know, that's the part that hurt me. I will say, when I literally sat at the state capitol, right? And I've showed this presentation on my podcast. I have to find exact episode, but it disheartened me because it literally, like, what I don't understand. Like, how can you care about voter rights, right? You sit up here and you care about all this transgender shit. You care about them. You want to ban books. You want to do this. You want to do that, right? But how don't you care about corruption? Y'all talk about election integrity, right? We don't have I don't think anybody fully understands what integrity even means. Like, we live in a world that is fucked up, where these people think two wrongs make a right. Literally. Because I'm not saying, when it comes to what my vision is for the community, I'm not saying that it's right, but I know it'll do a lot better than what these people are doing. We literally have politicians that want to make it a career. That's what? No, that's not what this is about. Like, come on. We got to start doing better as people. We got to start doing better. We got to start doing better. We have to. We have to. Because how are we supposed to get anywhere in society if we're not doing better? Because once we know better, we start doing better. That's why people get mad at me and Marcus. Because now that we know better, we're doing better. But it's the people that literally are selected and elected They don't want to do better. They know better, but don't want to do any better. Or they say they know better, right? But we're not seeing that. We're not even, people don't even, here's my thing of it is, right? When it comes to these BLM groups or these nonprofits, and y'all are literally talking about you want reform and you want transparency and truth from the government, right? From the police department. Can we get some from y'all? Can we get some from y'all? Because anytime anybody asks about y'all 990 forms, y'all get mad. I don't understand that. Or if somebody has a question about, like, damn, that's kind of weird. Like, where'd that go? And then you don't have an answer, or you get mad, or you want to bring up my past. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, cut it out. I don't understand how these people get mad. And you don't get mad at the mainstream media, because I'll tell you right now that literally everything that we have been saying for over 2 years now, way even before court cases, right? Even before transcripts was coming out in trials, we've been said this shit. We've been saying it, and nobody wanted to listen. And what's crazy is it's coming out and people still don't want to listen. And it makes me wonder, like, damn, how are we supposed to get anywhere if people don't really want to change? It's just like the same thing with when it comes to drug addicts, right? How are you supposed to make a drug addict quit something they don't want to quit? How can you change that mentality when in their head they've already got it in their mind is that they don't never want to stop using, right? Even when it comes to some of these homeless people, actually, which is really weird. I'm not gonna say weird, but I kind of found shocking is that talking to some of people that have long-term homelessness, is they actually want to live like that. They're okay with it. They want to live with the earth. What? And I'm like, okay, but maybe you should clean up a little bit. Keep it nice. Don't and if we're supposed to be all neighbors, maybe you should impede on others' rights of privacy, of maybe keeping the community clean. Like, that's what I don't understand, because that's why people don't want these encampments. And I feel like it's not because these people are homeless. It's because what comes with it. You have the riffraff, you have the garbage. The city don't want to do nothing. So I think if there was some kind of compromise, since they want to give all this other land back to people, why not make an area for where homeless people can camp and where there isn't none of this stuff, where drugs, since that's what I don't understand. There's so many easy solutions, but people always want that, not in my backyard. I don't want, no, them people are crazy. Them people are drug addicts. They're this, they're that, they're that. Well, let's start helping them. Some people actually want mental health help, but because we actually don't really have much to offer anymore, what are we supposed to do? Even when it comes to the juveniles, let's not get mad and be like, oh, lock them up. No, let's give them opportunities and realize that stuff is gone from when we were kids, that they're closing stuff. Just like, I don't even know if they renewed the lease for the Boys and Girls Club over South. I wasn't paying attention to that, but that was just yesterday. It was just yesterday. Something that's been around for years. They're getting stuff that is for our kids, for our youth. So what else are they going to go do? They're going to do the things that they see on TV. They're going to do the things they see in video games, right? Because they don't see really many positive community members. Everybody's out living their life, doing them, get rich, die trying, doing a perk 30 instead of doing a work 30. No, nobody want to go to work anymore. Everybody want to do a perk. Like, come on. Knowing that shit killing y'all. Where you got to carry Narcan around just to use drugs. What happened to get high and not die? Like, damn. Don't y'all want to just like smoke something? Like, smoke some weed. Get you high as a kite. And it won't kill you. And it's all natural. That's the greatest part about marijuana. Right? Because cigarettes, they add shit to that. That's why it's bad for us. Cigarettes by itself isn't bad for us. It's the shit that they add, the additives. See, but God put that here for me and you. So treat every day like it's 420. Puff, puff, pass. Right? Don't put them demons in there, their spirits into your body. Leave the liquor alone too. Leave that liquor alone. Because when you drink, you're putting spirits into your body. You're letting other people take over. Why do you think they call it spirits? Why people need to look at what that shit is? Because you're literally allowing other people to enter into your aura, your space, right? You're opening it up. But I don't want to have that conversation. The weed don't do that. That puts me on. Man, listen, me and God be having some conversations. Me and God, because I'll tell you right now, if I wasn't having conversations with God, I'd be in prison right now. I'd be dead. Because there's a lot of fuckery going on. A lot. And it's crazy. It doesn't keep me up at night. I sleep just fine. I sleep like a baby. I get my 4.5, 5 hours every day, every night. Thank you, Lord. And I wake up, do my walk. If it ain't raining, you know what I'm saying? I read my books, listen to documentaries, watch documentaries. Man, every day I'm learning. Because every day is an opportunity to learn. Every day is an opportunity to grow, to rise. And that's what I want to do. I want to rise, right? I want to face everything and rise, right? I don't want to forget everything and run anymore. Like, that's what we're come to in society. Nobody wants to face it and run. Everybody wants to forget about it and run. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We have people who are ashamed of being who they are. Who cares if you're big? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, right? That's who cares if everybody's not going to think everybody's beautiful, right? It's an opinion, but we care so much about other people's opinions. I don't. I could give a fuck. I could care less. I know that half my teeth are missing, and people can call me a meth head. They can call me whatever. It's not the truth. So why would I care? Here's the one: sticks and stones may break my bones. Your lies and propaganda will never hurt me because I know my truth. That's the one thing when people call me a pedophile. Okay, it doesn't faze me because I know that I'm not a pedophile. When you go look up the definition, right? I've heard worser stories and y'all hang with people that have worser cases than me, and you don't call them a pedophile. So don't sit there and call me one thing while your best friend is sitting there messing with little girls. And they're doing it in their 30s and 40s. Nigga, we not the same. Fuck out of here, sicko. See, that's how I know people. There's a lot of hypocrites out here, right? Because they'll say one thing, just like even with the whole Diddy thing. We got niggas like that in our community, and motherfuckers don't say shit. Don't say shit. Don't say shit. Because we could be out there saving lives. And lots of them. But because people are so stuck up in the propaganda and selling out our community members, they don't care. Because they're getting money. They're going on vacations, right? They're able to take pictures with Ben Crump. They're able to put on events. They're able to snort cocaine off of booties or get wine bottles stuck up their asses. And that is true. That's some true shit, man. Listen, hey, I'm telling you right now, y'all community leaders are some fucking sickos. Y'all think that Diddy and TD Jakes and all that shit is weird. Y'all ain't heard, man. That's the one crazy part. Obviously, you've never been to a BLM party. Never been to a Black Lives Matter party. Yeah, man, the truth's starting to come into light. You literally got niggas out here talking about yeah, but then when they get behind closed door, they messing with might be a chick, but they got a dick. And then they come on, oh, man, I don't mess with them types. Oh, fuck that nigga, I ain't gay. I ain't none of that. Well, why you got a man leaving your bedroom, sir? See, that's the one crazy part, man. Y'all think a lot of this shit rumors. That's the one crazy part. Y'all think a lot of this shit is just rumors that we're talking about. Y'all will talk about Diddy. Let's talk about Minneapolis, motherfucker. Because there's a lot of niggas. Y'all let Cortez Rice, Terry Willis. Shit, what was the dude from Mad Dads? VJ. So I don't want to hear about Diddy. I don't want, because we got them same type of niggas in our own communities. And y'all don't do nothing to stop them. Nothing. Y'all will sit there and go to the table and break bread with these niggas. And break bread. And we're supposed to trust you to empower and then better our community. But when the apple doesn't fall from the tree. And that foundation and them roots is already rotten. It's crooked. So why would we want to come to that table? That's what I be trying to tell people, right? So I'd see a lot of funny, and I see why. Like with Jonathan Mason, yeah, these niggas are weird. I will say that, man. They really some fucking weirdos. Niggas out here blowing a bag that's supposed to be for change. You supposed to be out here fighting for the people. You out here blowing a bag. That's insane to me. That's the type of shit that's what politics is about. I don't want none of it. If this is democracy is, of where we're promoting legislators that talk about fake eyelashes or butch big body, wide body, whatever, that's what the type of shit we want. How about, how do we educate our communities? How do we educate our youth, right? How do we give them opportunities for success? To be homeowners, to be business owners, to be entrepreneurs, to be astronauts, lawyers, whatever. A Black American president, a teacher, because we need teachers, right? I know I've been going on today for a while, man, but that's what we need, a revolution. And I see why they got rid of Malcolm and fed I have a dream down our throats, because that dream ain't never gonna come into existence. It ain't, because it's all a fairy tale. That dream is able to change. It's able to change, right? It sounds all good on paper. Sounds all good when you got your fist in the air and you say, Black Lives Matter here. But that's all it is a feel-good moment. Because when you leave that protest, has anything changed? Hands up, don't shoot. They still shoot. So what have we really changed? And I say that the hands up, don't shoot is because who's that? Michael Brown. Or I can't breathe. You know, that's the silliest, the most hardest part for all of this for me, right? Is that they're making a movie about George Floyd's life called Daddy Changed the World, or You Changed the World, or whatever. And it's like, I think that's all great and fine and dandy. I think you should honor your father. But he didn't change the world. Nothing changed. That's what what changed? Can anybody, my son, until we free, what has changed beyond people's bank accounts? What has changed? Because the legislation hasn't. Y'all just got trickier with the words, right? Because we're dealing with uneducated Negroes that they just want to feel good. They like Juneteenth, right? They like Black History Month. They like to be called BIPOC or a POC instead of, you know, fighting for what you should be fighting for, being a Black American. Because they're not fighting for us. And I don't understand why y'all can't see that. We got people that literally run the NAACP that are immigrants. And all for the simple fact because our government considers them Black. That's our faults because we're not paying attention to what's going on around us. We're not paying attention. So I hope everybody has a great Friday. Today is, again, like I said, man, game 2. They're having a block party downtown Minneapolis. You know, I think Marcus put it up on his. He shared it, the link. If you want to get tickets, I think you should. I think it would be great for people to go to. Definitely will teach you maybe something. And I don't know, maybe it won't. I'm not really for sure. I guess I really don't know people like that. So I wanted to leave you guys a good Friday note. You know, leave you with something to bump to, get you through the weekend. And I hope everybody has a great Friday. Ain't shit else to do. Meet us downtown. There will be people for Operation Hug the Block that will be passing out flyers. So again, if you are downtown, please come down there and see us. Come maybe grab lost my screenshot audio. Okay. I wasn't trying to share anything anyways, but okay. But I want to leave you guys with this. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So stop screen. Okay, it says something else. All right. Leave you guys on a good note on a Friday. We all know how that is because we need a good note. Leave y'all something to bump and groove with for a little bit. As I put this, so I know I'm being slow today. My bad. But all right, like I said, man, win or fail, everybody have a great weekend. Win or fail, freedom or jail, heaven or hell. Wish me well. Y'all have a great one, man, and stay strong. It's gonna be a long weekend. Be safe. Go T-Wolves. All of that. Oh shit, I didn't even know I was playing. All right, there we go.
What I'd ever do without you. From the jump and it's beyond the end. Good times and the bad we stuck through. That's why you're still my best friend. Good times and the bad we stuck through. That's why you're still my best friend. Good times, bad, lose or win. One thing that'll never change is you as my best friend. One thing that'll never change is you as my best friend.
Whenever I'm down, all on you, my friend.
You became a star in my sky. And I know you're watching and guiding. I miss your happy smile, but I know what's inside of it. I know you were proud. If you were here today, these beats would have you prancing around. No goodbyes got to be said, but my inner work has been done. My friend, I stand here safe and sound, and I blame you for holding me down. Through good times and bad, my friend, I will honor your memory till I come to my end. Know what I'd ever do without you. From the jump and it's beyond the end. Good times and the bad we stuck through. That's why you're my best friend. Good times are the bad ones. What we lose is we win. One thing that never changes. That's you as my best friend.
My best friend, my best friend. Quick to lay you out, no bluffing. Stay in your zone. I suggest I meet my little friend. Put you to rest. My homie got a temper, always on the edge. Last time he blew out, stormed like a plague. We hustle together, stash in the trash. Fingers numb from hours begging that cash. You meet him, it's heaven or hell at the gate. Only bring him out with 187 fate.
Don't waste your and I don't know.
Good times in the bag, we stuck through. That's why you're my best friend. Good times in the bad ones. But what we lose is we win. Thing that never changes. That's you as my best friend. Oh, best friend.
From the beginning till the end. Good times and the bad ones.
Thing that'll never change is you as my best friend. One thing that'll never change is you as my best friend. Thing that'll never change is you as my best friend. One thing that'll never change is you as my best friend.
Oh, best friend. Got no heart, just beating them lead. He sparks in the hood, his name widespread.
That's my best friend.
I'll be there for you when you're going through. You can count on me. Call me when you need. Don't you know?